Welcome back to my channel. We are going to jump into an overview of the common skin types that we have. And as I mentioned in my last video, we're talking about oily skin, our combination skin, our dry skin, and our sensitive skin. And then we also have normal skin that's included as part of that category. But I think there's some type of debate as to whether it should be considered as a skin type, because generally speaking, most of us do have a challenge or concern that we're dealing with. But the reason that I say common is because these are your basics, and they don't really include other concerns that we have, such as acne or even sun damage. And so I will post a video separately on acneic skin, because this is an area that I feel, if you're dealing with acne either as a teenager or as an adult, we place such a high priority on looking for ways to resolve it. So I will definitely post a video on acneic skin as well. But one of the things that I wanted to mention also is that it's important to know that our skin type is based on genetics. However, I do believe we can sensitize our skin with the products that we use. So, in other words, we can potentially change our genetically predisposed skin type by using the wrong products. So be sure to keep a journal of what your skin is reacting to, and that will help along the way too. I'll plan to have a video for the different skin types, because really there's so much to learn about each one, and hopefully we can walk away with some information as to how we can care for our particular skin type. So today, let's begin with combination skin, and which, as we know, as our oily areas and our dry areas. So you want to make sure that you're using a gentle cleanser. And I've used a few. I've used one that's by a line called Fresh, and they have a really nice soy cleanser. You can get that from Sephora. They have a really nice soy cleanser that I've used before. I'm using one right now that's called Priori. Sorry if the sun is glaring here, but it's called Priori, and it has a milky substance to it. It's really nice, and I think you can get it from most drugstores, possibly Target, Walmart. You can also get it directly from the website. I got mine from the representative, but that's also a nice gentle cleanser to use for your skin. After you've finished with your cleaning, then you'll want to use a hydrating toner. And I laugh because I feel like there's so many people who don't use toners, and they're really so important to include in your regimen. They offer so many benefits. They are refreshing. They help to remove any residue that's remaining on your skin, whether it's cleanser or even makeup that your cleanser didn't pick up. They offer an additional layer of protection for your skin. They help to prep your skin for the next step in your routine. And then there's all kinds of corrective toners that are out there. I'm using one right now, if you can read that. It's for dark spots. And I really like this one. This is my second bottle. I'm getting ready to start my third. And you can get that from Sephora. But be sure to include the toners in your regimen, because I promise if you do, you'll start to notice the difference in the results in your skin. I also like to shop at Whole Foods, because they offer a nice selection of gentle toners that are great for your skin. Sephora has quite a few too. It just really depends on your price point. So yeah, just kind of do some looking and make sure that you're using something that's hydrating, a toner that's hydrating. And then as you get into the other steps in your routine, you'll want to make sure that you're using the right products for the different parts of your skin. So again, you have the oily and the dry, and you'll just want to make sure that you're using the right products for the different parts of your skin. So when it comes to moisturizers, look for your oil-free moisturizers, and stick to serums or lighter weight gel creams even, instead of heavier creams or thicker creams. Gel creams are nice, gel moisturizers are nice because they're going to have a lighter consistency and they won't be as heavy for your skin. And so, yeah, you want to look for, if you're using a moisturizer, you want to look for an oil-free, and then for your serums, stick to the lighter side. And by that, I mean there are different consistencies in serums. Some come a little creamier, and some come like a consistency of water. And so you'll just want to stick to the lighter side. Another important thing to do is to find your moisturizer or your serum that has a hyaluronic acid. And some of us are probably very familiar with this term. I know that recently there have been some commercials playing or rotating, I guess, on TV about hyaluronic acid. I honestly feel like it's old news, but it's still important. But basically, it's a substance that our body produces to retain water. And it helps to keep our tissues moist and lubricated, which, by the way, the production of this particular substance starts to decline as we approach age 30. So just a little tidbit that I wanted to add in there. But there are some great serums and moisturizers out there that have hyaluronic acid. I know that Peter Thomas Roth has one. I think it's called Skin Drench or Water Drench, I believe, and you can get that from Sephora. I don't really use a lot of Garnier products, but they have a gel cream that is called Moisture Rescue, I believe, and it's kind of like it's like a gel cream, I guess, but they have one as well that's nice. And then after your serum and or your moisturizer, you want to use a sunscreen, and look for those sunscreens that are matte. I'm using one that's by Image Skincare, which I absolutely love. I've used it for a very long time, and it's great. It has the perfect consistency. It's just light enough to take care of my oily areas, especially with the matte ingredients that are included. And yet it has the perfect consistency to moisturize my dry areas as well. So it's a great product. It's a great line. I recommend, though, just really looking for one that has matte ingredients, because that will help to control the oily areas or the oily parts of your face. And then for your nighttime routine, again, you'll go back to your moisturizers and or your serums, and I have that backwards. It's serum and then moisturizer. You'll just want to make sure you're using a lightweight version of both. I tend to use a light serum all over my face, all over, even in the dry and the oily areas. And then what I will do is layer with a moisturizer, and I use Pond's, which I love. I've been using it as well for a long time. A lot of people are familiar with Pond's. I like to layer that for my dry areas, and you know your skin, so you know where your drier spots are. I tend to be dry right around my nose and around my mouth, so I'll layer in those areas. But and that's pretty much it as far as a basic skincare routine for combination skin. So one other thing that I wanted to make sure I add is, as I close in my video, is if you are purchasing your products online, a lot of us are doing online shopping. It's huge right now. Make sure that you are purchasing your products from an authorized seller. So for example, if you wanted to buy this toner, you could go directly to their website and look at the bottom of the home page, and there will be a list of authorized sellers, or some companies will list unauthorized sellers. Not all companies are doing this. I think it's going to become more popular as more people are shopping online. But what you want to do is make sure that you're purchasing your product from an authorized seller. Otherwise, you run the risk of buying a product that has either been tampered with, it could be a counterfeit, it may have even expired. And then you have bought a product that's not what it should be. And now you're putting it on your skin, on your face, and you have a reaction to it. And then you're upset about a product, and I don't like this product, and I have a rash all over my face, and I'm breaking out, when in reality, it's a product really that's not what it should be. So I wanted to make sure that I mentioned that in this video, is if you are purchasing your skincare products online, to be sure to understand where you can purchase a particular line from an authorized seller. So hopefully this was helpful. Please definitely leave your comments and let me know your thoughts. Next Friday, we'll talk about acne. So until then, have a great weekend and thank you.